Hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? AMC Bigums here. I just want to make this video quick because I'm getting a ton of DMs of everybody thinking it's over, we have no chance, or they can kick the can down the road forever now because of this plunge team. You guys, you're looking at this completely wrong. First of all, what this tells me is they have no answer for buy and hold. They had to go to the government. You guys remember a couple weeks ago, the Doge was going to go look into meme stocks, and everyone was all excited. Well, it looks like they turned out. It turns out that they found they're screwed, dude. They have no choice. They had to call in the plunge team. They're like, holy shit, this is that bad. You guys, they can't keep doing this forever. Everyone that thinks they can, they're borrowing money from rich people, and now they're borrowing money from richer people, and now those richer people are running out of people to borrow from, so they had to turn to the taxpayers. Well, in the end of the day, when we sit there and expose stuff like this, we take away all their ad revenue, we take away all their little, secret little gems, and we expose this stuff. And we get rid of these things. This is how we fight them. We need to hold, buy, and hold. Like I said, they still have no answer for buy or hold. They can sit there and do their little fuckery all day long, but they clearly, like I said, everybody who thinks that AMC's GameStop's hit their all-time highs, you guys are nuts. You guys see what they're doing. We have so many different forms of manipulation right now that it's insane. But on top of all of that, they still have it's a Ponzi scheme, you guys. They need new revenue to continuously come in and spread out thinly. Because if you all concentrate on one stock, two stocks, they can't hide that. It's hard to hide that. But when you guys are spread out so thinly, guess what? Guess how much easier it is to hide? Because, all of us just look at our phone and look at this line. You guys still can't stop watching that line. They sit there and they go, all right, well, if they see a whole bunch of people, because floats are huge, you guys don't know what people are buying. You have no clue what people are buying or selling, what this or that. You don't know how many are even doing it. You guys might see some people on YouTube, or you might get a couple comments on Twitter or something. But okay, so you get maybe 100 people say, yeah, let's go grab it. You don't know who else is buying it, and that's the stuff they bank on. All right, well, we spread them thin. This is why I've told you guys in my first playbook. This is why these YouTubers have been pissing me off. If you want to change the market, you don't sit there and cover 9 stocks now, and then tell people the one that made you big, oh, it's boring, I don't want to watch it anymore. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But on top of that, it's like they're sitting there telling you guys to play these options, play this. Well, guess what? That's premium. That's more money coming in for them. That's more this going out, and spreading thin on all these areas. And they're like, well, that's not spreading thin, blah, blah, blah. Go look at how all those guys' charts are doing. Yeah, they're all doing good. Of course they're doing good. They've bought the stock before they told all of you guys to go get it. Like I said, they're basically the people we're fighting now. And everybody doesn't care because, hey, they're nice. They got me into the stock right away. Yeah, and then they got rich. And what do you know? All their tones have changed. Like I said, buying AMC, GME, concentrating volume, yeah, that might be market manipulation. Why do you think they call it market manipulation? None of this is financial advice, so I'm not saying go out and buy it. But when you concentrate on 2 stocks like that, they call it market manipulation because the system is not set up to have people continuously buying and holding 2 stocks. It's not continuously set up to where, all right, we can hide this forever because suddenly the float will be gone. And if the whole world knows the float's gone, like I said, and all these guys, all these companies have billions in puts, calls, this, that. They have the float 5 times over in calls and puts, and it's ridiculous. It should never happen. They're trying to do every single thing they can. They're taking all this debt and they're throwing it off seas. They're putting it in ISDA contracts. The CNS program, they literally had to pass a rule to where the NFCC can no longer enforce buy-ins. What? So now basically, back in the day, I put up a CNS video about this. Back in the day, when it first started going in and they actually looked at this, there were 6,000 cases a day. Now, this was, I'm talking 15, 20 years ago. That's a long time ago. You can imagine how much the numbers have grown since. Now, there were 6,000 a day of these buy-ins that were supposed to be executed. Guess how many a day were actually getting executed? 20. So all these people were just continuous net settlement, you guys. Think of the name. Continuous net settlement. Like I said, they have all these little tricks, family offices, all these places to store, Cayman Islands. It's like, how about you guys, government, how about you start looking and watching everything that goes to the Cayman Islands? That alone will probably pay all the money you guys need to take from taxpayers all the time. But, God forbid. We'll get into that video here soon, too. I got a pretty extensive breakdown on who's taken what from what company for a long time now. But, like I said, you guys, everyone who's freaking out, I haven't sold. I haven't stopped digging. If I had any doubt that we weren't going to win this, you guys, like I said, you saw Powell. He looked like he was a deer on head. Like, I don't know. I have no answer for this. We have no answer for this. Guess how long that's going to work for the American people? We have no answers for any of this. I can't give you a date. We don't know. Like I said, that's not going to last very long before people start asking questions. They start digging in and they go, hey, maybe these apes are right. Now they're in a lot of trouble. Like I said, the longer they stall this out, you guys, the worse and worse and worse and worse the situation goes. You just got to be patient. It's all about patience. When we first started this movement, how many of you guys were like, all right, for life-changing wealth, I'll wait a year. I'll wait 2. I'll wait 3. Okay, well, let me tell you this quick. Let's say the squeeze would have happened instead of the plunge team coming in, okay? The squeeze happened. Everything went down. The margins happened. All the squeezes went down. Do you think, let's say it would have, I don't know, went to 1,200, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever. Let's say we went a whole nother year of doing the same thing. They went a whole nother year of borrowing. How much higher do you think it would have went up more in that 1 year of you waiting? Would that one more year of waiting, would you have made an extra 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand, 400 grand? Would you have waited for that? Like I said, you guys, most of us have nothing to lose. This is the problem that they're now realizing. We don't have much to lose. We don't care. We'll just keep putting in our little bit here and a little bit here, a little bit here. There's only so many shares. Eventually that little bit here and a little bit there, a little bit here, will own the whole float no matter what. And you can only hide the float so many times over. And like I said, then when you have to buy it back that many more times over, better for the apes. Our capital gains tax, guess what? The government. Now you're going to start losing out on that. The thing that could have helped, again, bail you out. But like I said, rich just can't accept it. But like I said, they're running out of ways. How do I know that? Because they had to call them the plunge team. All their little tricks we've been exposing, all these SEC rulings, these filings that are closing these. I told you guys about the 21st, and none of you guys understood really about what was going on the 21st. Now, does this explain how much in trouble they are? Every one of you guys was so excited. Oh man, look at all these options. We got to hit them on the 21st. No, I told you guys. Every one of those options was all those puts and all that stuff that went out of the money. They were all about a $1 put. They all were probably a $1 price. They're meant to close out of the money. It's called a sham reset. It's when a hedge fund and a bank, the bank will say, I sent you these shares in an option contract, in an ISDA contract. They'll say, hey, I sent you these shares. And then the market maker will say, hey, I got them. And then after the contract expires, guess what? It closes out on both sides and it balances out on everyone's book. So by the time they needed to have those shares for when the regulators came to look, guess what? They got them all. Everything looks hunky-dory. So like I said, you guys, all these tricks are running out because they're getting more expensive. Why? Because the banks are losing so much money, and the banks are the ones writing the ISDA contracts. The banks are the one regulating everything. You guys, they're so screwed, it's stupid. Like, they're so screwed, it's ridiculous. And everyone's all mad at Lou. Oh, why did he say we wanted the price? Because, you guys, we've told you this since day one. Stop looking at the price. If you're not going to sell that day or buy more that day, go enjoy your life. That's the only power they have against you. Having you stare at the line all day. Stop watching YouTubers stream the line. This is why I said, you guys, this is one of the things I don't understand. Instead of everybody watching the line all day, we have one of the biggest community of gamers ever. You guys learn together, get in Discords, play video games together, do things like that. You don't have to stare at a line to be part of the community. Buying and holding is the best strategy ever. Like I said, they needed to call in the plunge team for it. They don't have an answer for it. The longer they push it, the more fucked they are. The more they're borrowing. So, like I said, guys, it doesn't hurt us anything to cost, or it doesn't cost us anything till you hit the sell button. And unless AMC goes out of business, that should be our only concern. Finding out how to help AMC, you guys, yeah, they have a ton of debt. Okay, if you guys really cared and wanted to win and do all these things, every single week, once a week, buy a ticket to a movie. Even if you don't want to go, buy a ticket. Guess what? It's going to help out AMC get out of debt. There's all these things we could do. And yes, Adam Aaron is doing all these other, ideas we've had. And I know everybody's mad right now because he went kind of silent, but I think he's just coming up with some more ideas. I mean, at the end of the day, until Adam Aaron does certain things to hurt the company business-wise, his only job, I know everyone's like, he's got to do this for us, for the shareholders. His job as the CEO is to make the company money, get it out of debt, and keep it going the best of his ability and implement any new ideas of revenue stream. I don't think you guys understand how big this popcorn thing can be. When this gets up and going, you guys want them out of debt? They have an 80 to 90% margin on popcorn. You want to get them out of debt the second it gets up? Make them the number one popcorn people in the entire world. Guess what? They can make like 500, 600, 700 million dollars. They won't need to ask for shares and all that dilution talk you guys are talking about. You just fixed it. Like I said, guys, they can't win. There's nothing they can do. They can sit there and kick the can, but that fucker's beyond dented. It's so dented the plunge team had to come in. But like I said, guys, relax. We got this. I got a lot more stuff coming out in the next couple of days. A lot more stuff coming out. But hope you all have a good weekend. Relax. Enjoy the weekend. Go get your mind off stocks for a little bit.